back, everybody. It is the Working Brother and George McMillan III back for another talk. We finished recording the last one, and then George decided he has a few more things he wants to say, so we're back here with another little talk. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're new here. George?
Yes.
Continental Southeast Asia. Refer to this map as. Tell us about this little map from 1960 something or another. And what does it say here? Army Map Service, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. This is a map of continental Southeast Asia. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it's it compiled out of out of several maps.
Mm-hmm.
And if you click on Southern Lao, it has Plateau de Bolivan, and it has everything written in French.
Mm-hmm.
So this is obviously compiled from a whole bunch of French maps.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this map was really interesting, and we'll post it in the links. I was watching Dr. Paul Carter's videos on the Secret War of Laos and how the United States fought the wrong war in Vietnam. He did 2 videos on that. He's done a whole bunch of videos on the Vietnam War, the Secret War of Laos, and some other videos about Thailand and Southeast Asia in general. He's retired.
When you say fought the wrong war, what exactly is the hypothesis there?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. When I got out of Afghanistan, August of 2021, I wanted to look into the parallels between the Ho Chi Minh Trail and the Viet Cong and Pathet Lao being able to continuously resupply across the border between Vietnam, Laos, and Vietnam and Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a comparison between that and, yeah, that was a good map. That and the ability for the Pashtun on both sides of Afghanistan. Well, the Pashtun on the Pakistan side to always be the safe haven for the Pashtun Taliban on the Afghan side of the border. In Vietnam, you have different ethnic groups that are working with each other that were, kind of bound together because of anti-colonialism. And in Afghanistan, you have the Pashtun on both sides of the border that A, want to kick the United States out, and B, would actually like to integrate the traditional Pashtun lands all the way to the Indus River in Pakistan with Afghanistan. So they want to make a Pashtunistan. So there's some different similarities and differences. But I was trading messages with Dr. Paul Carter on this. Yeah, both in the comment section and on the emails and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran across this map, and we had a discussion on that too. But what was interesting about this map that I ran across, I want to make sure you saw it, might as well make sure everybody else sees it too, is this is obviously compiled out of a whole bunch of old French maps.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really interesting about this old map, if you just click anywhere in the map, I had you click on just north of Phnom Penh in the map.
Yeah. We can see here all these little crosses that are actually plains, and basically these are all the little, I don't know how well the viewers can see my cursor, but this is as good as it's going to get. But basically all these little bird-like icons or planes from above are actually little airports scattered around the whole of Southeast Asia.
Yeah, if you could go up to Southern Laos, if you
There we go. This is southern Laos.
Yeah, if you can go up the Mekong to okay, that's Paxi. Go up a little bit farther to Mukdahan Savannakhet. Yeah, there, that area.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, click on that and have it open up a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, move it to the east. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah. No, you had the perfect shot right there. Yeah, General Westmoreland's El Paso plan was basically to stretch the American army from Dong Ha, Vietnam, to Zipan and all the way over to Savannakhet. Had he done that, he would have been able to funnel. Well, there's a mountain range that goes across the middle of this of southern Laos there, and the U.S. Army would have only had to concentrate. They would have had to concentrate on just the choke points. And what this map shows is that the French had already been aware of this strategy, because they already had their old tail dragger airports in that area for, well, that must have been right after World War II.
Yeah.
So it just gives credence to, the French, and then the Americans had already been discussing that plan. Now, if you zoom back out, you can see, instead of the United States trying to control the land between Dong Ha and Savannakhet, actually moving their army up closer to Thiket, which is across the way from Nakhon Phanom. And again, there's a French airport there that the United States obviously took over and built up. But instead, the United States stretched their army from the DMZ up by Dong Ha all the way down the Laos and the Cambodian borders, all the way to the Gulf of Thailand. So by looking at this map, you can see the extent. Instead of the United States trying to control this much territory on the map, now they're trying to control, it looks like 8 or 9 times or even 10 times as much territory. So when he says that they're fighting the wrong war in Laos, he's saying that they should have just tried to control the Ho Chi Minh Trail in the shortest amount of distance, and just gave up on the Paris Peace Treaty, or the Paris Peace Treaty, or was that the Treaty of Montreux? Well, right now I can't remember, but that actually said that Laos would be a neutral country, because in fact it wasn't. They were obviously Ho Chi Minh and General Nguyen Giap were using the Ho Chi Minh Trail in Laos and Cambodia and successfully infiltrating southern Vietnam, and ultimately defeated the United States. They just drained us and overextended us. So the same thing happened over in Afghanistan. The Pashtun were able to continuously resupply on the Pakistan side of the border, and it's a really rugged mountain range. And the United States had no response in Afghanistan, and they obviously had no response in Vietnam. So in this case, we just wanted to show people this map and show Dr. Paul Carter's videos on the Vietnam War, and make the comparison between that and the failure in Afghanistan.
So basically, in both cases, they didn't want to go over the border, which is where the quote-unquote enemy was supplying themselves from.
Yeah.
Kind of like what's happening to Russia and not wanting to take out the supply lines of Ukraine because they go through Europe. A little more complicated, though.
Right. Well, people have brought up whether they've, why haven't they blown up the bridges going over the Dnieper River? Why haven't they trapped them in Bakhmut and some other topics? So, they obviously don't want to yet because they haven't done it. But anyway, yeah, let's just end it here, and just wanted to do a short video and show people this map for anybody that's interested in that area and anybody that wants to do a trip. Because I want to actually start going and looking more at those old air bases, not just the ones that the United States built that are now, big, huge civilian airports.
Being a gamer and people who have checked out everything on this channel might know, we've got a flight sim hookup, so we can even maybe take an actual tail dragger, get into like a DC-10 maybe, and go fly around Southeast Asia next time George comes on, if he feels like it. What do you say, George?
Yeah. Hey, sounds good. But maybe I think a DC-3 was a tail dragger. DC-10's a jet.
Oh, yeah, DC-3 then, maybe. Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
No, yeah, you're right, DC-3 then. Yeah. In any case, everybody, thank you for sticking around. Have a good one. George.
All right, cool.
See you soon.